Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today it is all about fragrances because it is Fragrance Friday after all. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of content, and also subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 fragrance purchases that I've made in the last probably 12 months, and some of them are pretty new, so I really want to share these with you guys, and there's a lot more that are in my basket at Sephora, just waiting for that Sephora sale in April, and oh my goodness, I cannot wait. Before we get started, I'm going to share with you guys what I do have on my lips. I have nothing on my nails because I am giving them a bit of a break, but on my lips are both products are actually from Lawless, which is a newer brand to me. This lipstick is in the color Morocco. I know it's more of like a fall or maybe an autumnal color, but I quite enjoy it, and this is what I have underneath. And on top I have from Lawless the color George lip gloss. It was an interesting name. I'm not quite sure where the George came from, but interesting name nonetheless. I'm not going to do scent breakdowns today because I just want to share with you guys like my favorite purchases that I've made, and all of these have had videos of their own or collaborative videos of where I've hauled a bunch of different things where we do all the scent breakdowns. So with this being said, I want to share with you guys some of my absolute favorite purchases in the last 12 months or so that I have really enjoyed, and to the point where some of these are actually full bottles that I started off with a travel size and went to a full bottle because I enjoyed it that much. Let's do those full bottles. Okay, so this is probably one of the older purchases, closer to that 12 month, maybe even 13 months mark. This is the Black Opium by YSL Le Parfum. I purchased this in a travel size. I fell in love with it. I traveled with it to Europe during the winter season, and it was like perfect. It is such a beautiful, dark, deep, rich vanilla, almost like a vanilla pudding with some like coffee notes and some musky notes in it, which I mean, I'm not a huge musk fan, but it works here. This is just so decadent. It really reminds me of like a really beautiful vanilla pudding. I don't know, there's some sort of scent memory there for some reason. This is so amazing that I ended up buying a full bottle of it. I'm actually taking the travel size version of this that I have left with us on our next trip, which is very soon. And again, just a great scent. It lingers, it's strong. That vanilla, again, if you are a vanilla lover like myself, it is my absolute favorite note in fragrance. You're gonna love this one, and it lasts a long time. For a designer fragrance, I will say, good lasting power. Something I had a little bit of a FOMO for, I think it was the Christmas of 2023. They put out, or they being Sephora, but technically Jo Malone, put out the ginger biscuit. I really wanted to get it, and every year around the holiday season there's always a fragrance sale, and it goes until Christmas Eve. I didn't pull the trigger that one first year when it came out, and I did have a bit of FOMO. A lot of people who hauled it really enjoyed it. Many reviewers were saying that just like normal Jo Malone fragrances, this doesn't last a particularly long time. It is only a cologne strength, and it's true. It doesn't last very long. I wish it did. However, if it did, I imagine this would be twice the amount of money, and it's gorgeous, and it literally is like eating like a ginger biscuit, a ginger cookie, a ginger snap, whatever you want to call it. The molasses, the ginger, and the beautiful cinnamon and any nutmeg you might be putting into it. Oh, it's just so good. The only downfall is it doesn't last very long. I get it maybe 2 hours before I can't smell it anymore. And I don't think it's because I've gone anosmic. I think it's just because it is a cologne strength and nothing too seriously strong, whereas the YSL will linger a long time. This is such a great one. I'm so happy I picked this up. I did wear it quite a bit during the holiday season this year, and I have no regrets purchasing this. Clearly it's in this video, but I really enjoy this. Let's do some of the travel sizes that I have picked up in this year. I don't like the way that you put this on. It is a roller ball, but I do understand it's an oil versus a regular perfume, so I get it. But I have actually, I'm going to do all three. I have 3 Nest fragrances to share with you guys, but the first 2 I picked up during summertime. The first one is the, what is it called? Madagascar Vanilla. And oh my goodness, such a perfect sweet vanilla. It's super sweet. There's musk in it. There's a slight floral note to it as well. This is delicious, divine, and I love it. And it will last a long time. Those oils last a long time. And the other one I bought also at the same time was Balinese Coconut. I think between the two, this is my favorite. I love both of these so much. I think Nest does a great job with like literal fruit fragrances, and you're going to find out the next one soon. This is so good. If you love coconut, this is so good. Now they make this also, or these ones, in a larger size and like a dropper, because it is an oil and you can spread it on your body, but my good God, like this will last me a very long time. This is so perfect to take on vacation with you. Such a tropical coconut. It's gorgeous. It's sweet. I almost feel like it's like those coconut cookies. I don't know, slightly browned, you know. I don't know anyone else has those cookies that I used to have, but that's what it smells like, and it's delicious. I love it. The last Nest fragrance I'm going to share with you guys, actually the bottles seem a little bit different. They're ever so slightly different. This is the Santa Barbara Strawberry. Now I just hauled this one not that long ago. This is strawberry. The scent notes on Fragrantica, the top, mid, and base, no, there's just strawberry, and she is delicious. This is the most juicy, most perfectly ripe strawberry. Like a couple more days and that sucker should be withering away. This is so good. This is very nostalgic, a beautiful strawberry scent. I am so happy I picked this up. I cannot wait to wear a little bit more of this. I'm probably going to start wearing this towards like the latter half of spring and into summer, but I'm really, really thankful I picked this up. One of my newest purchases, and I heard everybody talking about this, and I was like, oh, how good can it really be, right? It's really good. This is from Ellis Brooklyn. This is the very first fragrance from this brand that I've ever purchased. This is just Marshmallows Hair and Body Fragrance Mist. Well, let me tell you, the hype on this, completely real. There's a smaller version of this. I smelled this for the first time. I'm like, no, give me the largest bottle you have. Now it is glass, so maybe not as travel friendly. This is so gorgeous. If you're a gourmand lover, love your vanilla, love your sweet scents. Marshmallow is like the ingredient for 2025. Between that and strawberry right now, I see a lot of those too. But this is so good. It's a beautiful, rich vanilla. Most of us love vanilla. If you do too, get your nose on this. Honestly, it is expensive for a body spray, but I want to say I get about 4 hours of scent throw from this one on my body. That's pretty good for a body spray. On to a brand that I have actually done an entire brand rundown, and I'll try to remember to put that up here in the cards. This is from Clean Reserve. This is the whipped cherry. Cherry is another huge fruit, if you will, that has been very popularized in fragrance. But this is really nice. I don't like the Tom Ford cherry, lost cherry, whatever it is. I actually sold the black opium cherry over red that had the cherry in it. I liked it, but not enough to keep it. I feel that this is like, if you like sweet scents, this is definitely for you. It's beautiful. There's like a whipping cream or an ice cream or something very creamy about it. And then the beautiful cherry. This is a beautifully ripe cherry, maybe a Bing cherry. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I highly recommend this. In fact, once I get through this is likely going to be a fragrance I wear in the spring and summer. I will be getting a full bottle of this, and I do love the Clean Reserve whole line. I think I have 3 or 4 full bottles of other scents. This will be added to my collection. Another fragrance I had actually purchased in a travel size that I immediately went into Sephora and picked up the full bottle was Kayali's Yum Bougie Vanilla. This is strawberry and marshmallow and just juicy numminess. Like, I want a layer. I'm just gonna smell like a marshmallow strawberry cloud today. Why not? This is so great. Again, I feel like Kayali is definitely one of the trendsetters when it comes to a certain note. Like, they've done cherries, apples, they did pistachios, which smell like soap on me. And then they're doing the strawberry marshmallow. And one of my favorite fragrances from Kayali is the Vanilla 28. Think that's a fabulous scent as well. But this is beautiful. Again, I've got the travel size. It's likely to come with me on that same trip that I'm talking about earlier. Really, really delicious. And you smell so edible. On to something I am excited to really get into for the spring and summer is the Clementine Dream by the 7 Virtues. This is a wonderful clementine scent. Now, it says there's a vanilla in here. I don't get a lot of vanilla. There's just a lot of citrus, but it's so good. Citrus to me, I can't lean to lemon. I find if I have lemon like Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, I spray that on me and I make it sour. It smells very sour, whereas something like this where it has like a tangerine, orange, whatever, or even lime scents, so good on me. And like the perfect summer weather fragrance. Can't tell you on the longevity too much. I've worn this a couple times. I want to say I got about 4 hours. I do burn through fragrances pretty quick. My body loves to gobble it up, but I also feel like I'm not in the right weather to be wearing this. So maybe in the spring, summer it will last longer, fingers crossed. Clementine Dream by the 7 Virtues. Really looking forward to this. If I really enjoy it this spring, summer, I will absolutely buy a full bottle of this. I got really smart this past year and bought the travel sizes, as you guys can see. And the last time we're going to talk about is Kilian's Old Fashioned, which is brand new, or fairly new anyway, to their line. I love that line. I love cocktails. One of my favorite cocktails in the pub just down the street. They do, by the way, the best cocktails. It's a smoky old fashioned with like a little twist of like, I guess it's orange peel. Anyway, it is just beautiful, sexy, sipping drink. It makes you feel warm inside. Anyway, that's that's what this does on the outside. It smells just like that drink, especially when they present it to you right at the beginning when it still has that smoke. It's so, so good. But I get a lot of really interesting vibes. Totally different on my clothes. I feel like when it hits my skin, it dries down to something like Material by Amouage, which they are very different. They do not really have any of the same fragrance notes in top, mid, or base. I felt like those were very similar on my skin, but on my clothes, this definitely smells just like an old fashioned. There's some sweetness to it, but some smokiness and a little bite, like that bitter bite of that tangerine twist. So good. Well, that was it, everybody. That were my top 10 fragrance purchases in the last about 12 months or so. What are your top purchases that you've made in the last year? So let us know down in the comments. And until next time, you guys, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.